Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. We are continuing our team-by-team preview of the 2016 NFL season, and here it goes. The individual team preview of the Dallas Cowboys. Highly debated team. Right now, they are plus 155 to win the NFC East. If you think they're overvalued, you can bet the field at minus 175. So that's the no on them to win the NFC East. This is the win total, 9.5. The under is minus 145. The over plus 115. And we know what the deal is here, right? Very questionable defense, all sorts of positive, massively positive signs on offense, right? The big question is Tony, as far as the season's concerned, the game one spread's totally different. As far as the season win total is concerned, Tony Romo's health, right? Because when he's healthy, people don't quite even realize how good they are offensively. And of course, last year when he went down, despite having, the super strong offensive line, didn't matter with the other quarterbacks. They couldn't get anything done offensively. They were terrible offensively last year. So I guess let's first start with the season win total and winning the NFC East. It's all dependent on Romo's health, right? Or is there anything else to think about?
No, you're absolutely right, Pete. And we touched on that on the Yahoo video that we did. But this is a team, I think, if you look at that team total, you better take a look at the last 5 years. This is a team that struggled,
right.
And 8-8 was their pattern for a while. And he's a year older. And I know Guy was making a joke with me. He said, yeah, but now he's got a titanium plate or whatever. I think he's going to hang in there this year. But this guy's finding ways. He's getting older. He gets hurt a lot. And Ezekiel Elliott, nice pickup as far as Cowboys, but he's got to prove himself for the running back.
He's got to prove himself, but he's also, he's obviously an elite running back, and he's slotting in first year in the NFL behind the best, offensive line in the league, right? So this might be an explosive running game.
It could be.
Right.
But, Pete, nowadays, these college guys that are one and done or two and done, how do we really know they're elite? Because back in the day, you would prove to be elite 3 or 4 years. Now, the ones they're predicting to be elite, a good number of them go south. You know that. You know that. And I think this guy...
I think that at least for the first half...
You like this guy.
If you put him behind an offensive line like the Cowboys, I mean, it's true that the NFL defenses are a whole different level of speed, even than what he saw in college. But with that offensive,
they do have a good line, and that's probably their strength of all strengths is in the trenches. And Pete, if this guy does get hurt or doesn't produce early and they give him time, you know who's behind him?
Right.
I mean, these guys are Geritol City, Albert Morris and McFadden. For real. So
and
I don't
even
know.
McFadden, I mean, last year they made him look much better with that offensive line. So you're absolutely right. If Elliott goes down, I mean, it's all about the injuries, right? If Elliott goes down and Romo goes down, all of a sudden you got basically a repeat of last year, I guess.
Yes,
right?
you do. And they got Dak Prescott and Kellen Moore that are going to be backing up Romo. So as you touched on, and you did this very well in the Yahoo, he's getting older. He's declining. So it's an older team. Yes, they do got an offensive line, but you got to have something to put on, to run through that offensive line.
Right.
We'll see what happens. I like the under in this because I don't think, and I base this on injuries. I don't think Romo can stay healthy the whole season, and I think he might get hurt early this year as opposed to later on. I think it's going to be the coaches last year, and I said it before, Pete. As long as Jerry Jones is owning that team and doesn't have Jimmy Johnson coaching, they ain't winning another Super Bowl. That's my opinion.
As far as their upcoming season ATS stuff, I don't know. Maybe we think about until the guys get injured. Maybe we think about betting on them.
Probably.
Probably think about betting on overs or team total overs because I mean, at least to start the season, you have to assume. Dez Bryant 100%, Tony Romo 100%, the offensive line awesome, Ezekiel Elliott coming in. What to expect from him? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he could be explosive from
but the first 3 games out of the gate though, they got the Giants. All right, they got Washington and they got the Bears, and 2 of them are at home, which is good for them. But those are 2 pretty well, oiled machines as far as Giants offensively and the Bears really defensively. Look out for those Bears this year. I got a feeling.
Maybe we think about an over in the Giants game, even though the total in that one's going to be in the 50s.
Because I look for Romo to be healthy early and be throwing the ball early and feeling like a spring chicken until it all goes south.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. I mean, the Cowboys in general tend not to be undervalued, not to have betting value because it's just such a public team. And at home, of course, we know that long term they've been, since they moved into that new stadium, they've been a terrible bet, both straight up and against the spread. So maybe
Pete, I'd be remiss if I didn't say 4-11-1 against the spread last year. This team did not cash a whole lot of tickets, and that was they were playing some pretty good ball early on. So I don't know. I'm staying off of them. I'm looking to fade them a little.
At least in the beginning of the season, when they're on the road, I am going to be leaning towards betting on them.
Okay.
If the injuries start to pile up, we'll see how the season
Make
matures.
adjustments.
And we have to assume that at least with team totals and maybe also with the full game totals, that this is going to be an over team, at least, again, as long as all the key cogs in the offense are healthy, right?
Yeah, there's no reason to think that they wouldn't, that's for sure.
All right, and then as far as betting them to for the NFC East division title, got to bet against them, right, at minus 175, especially with the Giants and the Redskins looking talented.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Brenner, plug, what should we
Well,
plug
what
right
I
now?
want to talk about real quick is Sportsbook Review, because it's college football and NFL right around the corner, and although you probably got an account or two with baseball, jump on, open in one or two more accounts with these reputable books, okay? They're rated top of the line, and right now is the best time because line shopping's everything. Some of them have better, that you get better adjustments for points and everything with college football than pro. So, I mean, myself, I have 3. How about you, Pistol Pete? How many accounts typically do you have?
Usually I'll have like 12, 13, 14.
For real?
Oh, yeah.
No, you're serious.
Oh, yeah.
You're sick.
Yeah,
This
I
guy,
have a disease.
You
I have a
can't
disease.
stop
I
him.
have
You
a
can only
disease.
hope that I believe you, too. You probably do have 12.
I have a disease. Yes. I have 12,
Jesus.
12, 13, 14 sports.
Hey, you know what, though? Admitting it is half the battle, my man. So
Absolutely.
you're on the right track. Holy shit, Pete. Wow, I love it. Football, baby.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.